So I have an 8 key manifesting process, and I would go all in, and then I would realize that things weren't coming at the time frame that I was looking for, and I would sit there and just kind of go back into the vibe that I was in, thinking, oh, I'm still manifesting, but not putting full effort in. Manifesting to me, I'm learning, is all or nothing. And that doesn't mean you have to sit here and focus your energy 24/7, but it does mean that you have to have discipline and train your mind. And I think that's the most powerful element of it. I'm realizing that manifesting is basically, in a way, like how doing spells is without any tools at all. There's really something to it. It's throughout all cultures and religions. There is an element of manifesting or creating your reality, and it just is the most beautiful and amazing thing ever. And I have really tapped in lately, and I can feel a difference. So, when I'm going through like the day to day life, and let's say things are kind of complicated or a little stressful, um, I'm not really in that place, right? And it's difficult. But when I sit there and I come from a place of gratitude, and I'm truly just making an effort to be positive, and that's all it is. I don't. Stuff happens. Life is hard, but learning how to train myself how to react to things instead of taking them where I want to go emotionally right off the bat is has been one of the most transformative things for me, because I have sat there and I'm like, okay, well, I have to transform myself in this way and learn that, you can't get upset or even stressed out over the fact that you dropped a couple noodles on the ground. Like today, I dropped my spoon on the ground, and normally I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is annoying. Where's the wipes? And I kind of just realized, like, wait, let me stop myself there. And I was like, I just dropped a couple noodles on the ground. No big deal. Like, why am I getting upset about something so minute? And I was like, I feel like I do that with a lot of different things. And I sent the fact of gratitude, and I sat there and I'm like, you know what? I'm so grateful for the fact that I have the means to have wipes, to clean this up, and that I have food in my bowl to eat noodles, and that my kids are happy. And I just sat there and I spent that time. And even though this doesn't pertain to my manifestation in general, it's almost like learning to manifest and really go with it has helped me stay in this flow state where I have other things that I'm working on, but the flow state that you're in is so important. And they call it like getting into the vortex with Abraham Hicks. And I never really understood what that meant till now. Well, then being in that state of mind, I literally will put on, let's say, books or things from like learning about manifestation, like audiobooks on my phone or something like that, and it will say things that pertain to that moment at that point in time. A crazy synchronicity, which is a part of the other parts of my keys of manifestation, where they say showing synchronicities. But I've noticed that the more and the longer that I have been tuned into this state of gratitude, and I'm staying this way, the more synchronicities are coming. And that not only that, I always say things like I'm the exception to every rule, things of that sort. Everything else in my life has become easier. So even though, let's say, I'm manifesting something big, let's say a lump sum of something, a new vehicle, things like that, staying in the flow state has changed everything else. So it's changing my life so much more than just creating a reality. I am in a great place. I am learning how to react. I'm changing who I am as a person and making changes so quickly and so beautifully that I see life in a completely different way, and it's the most beautiful thing in the entire world. Like sitting here and looking at my children, and let's say, before I just would get caught up in the fact that everything, like, say that my home's a little messy or they get it messy, and I look at them now and they're the most beautiful things. Hold on. Sorry. They're just the most amazing gifts in the entire world, and my relationships with my children are just growing so fast within the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm cherishing them and appreciating them, and in that flow state, I'm having conversations with them, and it just everything has changed and transformed. And I just wish that everybody would be able to get to this place, because before I was really glass half empty, trying to be glass half full. And now that I've remained in a flow state, it's easier to stop myself and say, oh, you're being funky. You gotta stop being that way. And I send gratitude to it. And it's changed everything. I started off saying I only had like 1 or 2 orders a day for a while because issues with Etsy and all that. So you know the name of it. But was like, I'm going to consistently have this number of orders a day and a high number of orders, right? And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I know it's coming my way. Like, I feel it in my soul. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to make sure I'm doing this. I'm going to be sure to be the person that has that success, right? And those orders have successfully come in every single day, constantly. And that's also why I haven't been going on live, because I've been showing up and packing my orders. But there has been blessings, people coming into my life, um, recognizing that I need to accept people for who they are, and recognizing what is coming from us, what's coming from another person, and if somebody's reacting to me a certain way, recognizing that that's really not them in their higher self. That's just something that's held within them, like an emotion that's held within them that they're having to work out karmically. So it's changed me completely and transformationally, and I have just absolutely changed who I am as a person, my mind, my outlook. I'm so much happier. I am happy. Like, there's been times when things have been hard and I haven't said nothing to anybody, but I lately, just going through this, I am so blessed. I'm not just saying that to say that because you're supposed to say it in order to make your life be that way. Like, I truly feel that in my heart. Like, I feel happy and blessed. I love the things around me. I love comfortable. I have so many wonderful things. And I was never looking at it that way before, and I really want to wake people up to this. So, as raw and as real as I am with you right now, I am going to start talking about this a little bit more. I think that people can, if you just kind of learned to do this, if I could have one other person feel the way that I feel and change the way that I feel, then I know I'm literally going to be changed forever. Like, if I could, that would just be so amazing. Like, this stuff works. It's real. You just have to be ready. It's always like they say that, you have to be willing to be ready. And I'm emotional right now, but I feel so blessed and grateful. And I hope that you guys don't get annoyed with my content, because I'm changing. We'll talk about psychic stuff still, but I just got to share about manifestation. It feels this is too special not to share. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, let me know if you guys need anything or you have any questions. I made a free PDF that's in my bio. It's not as awesome. I'm going to update it soon. But if you have any questions or want to talk about anything, or you have any stories that you want to talk about with your manifestation, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Have a good day.